Namaste, namaste to all my beloved and respected professors, mentors, teaching fraternity, and my young friends. A hearty welcome to the series of short videos on the fundamental concepts of mathematics. Yes, in particular, it is dedicated to high school level mathematics syllabus. In this session, I would like to share with you multiplication of a decimal by another decimal in two different methods. One is the place value system and the second one is area mod. Are you ready? Shall we start the first one? Thank you. Yes. Let's take an example. Find the product of 0.2 and 0.3. This is the example. 0.2 means 2/10. That is 2 divided by 10. And that is to be multiplied by 0.3 means 3/10. That is 3 by 10. We can also write this as 2/10 of 3/10. In two ways you can read that to be multiplied by, or you can read it as of, OF of. Okay. Now 0.2, let us consider that number first. 0 is in units place, whereas 2 is in 1/10 place. Correct? And how about 0.3? In 0.3, 0 is in the units place, whereas 3 is in the 1/10 place. This is very important point we need to observe. So let us start the process. So it is worth to have columns like this: units place, 1/10 place, 100 place, and show all the details in the working column. So here we go, step number 1. We shall now first multiply 3 and 2. So before we multiply, I think we must take care of their place values. So what about 3? 3 is in 1/10 place, correct? And what about this 2? This 2 is also in 1/10 place. Now I think we can go for multiplication. 2 3s are is definitely 6. But we have to know the place value of the digit 6. So for that, we have to work out like this: 110 into 110 is equal to 1 by 100. Correct? So 6 is actually is in 100th place. So let us write that 6 below 1 by 100. This is step number 1. Let's go to step number 2. In step 2, let us multiply 3 and 0. Okay, 3 is in 1/10 place and 0 is in units place. Okay, 0 into 3 is 0. No doubt about it. But what about the place value of that 0? So for that, we have to multiply the unit into 1/10. Unit means 1. 1 into 1 by 10 is 1 by 10 only. So 0 is in the 1/10 place. So let us write 0 in the respective position. So this is step number 2. Step number 3 is we have to multiply 0 and 2 now. So remember, 0 is in unit place and 2 is in 1/10 place. So when we multiply this, we get 0 as the product. What is the place value of this? 1 by 10 into 1 is 1 by 10 only. So 0 must be written in 1 by 10 place. So we go to the second row and write below 1 by 10, 0. So finally 0 to be multiplied by 0. Correct? So 0 into 0, 0 is in the units place and this 0 is also in the units place. 0 into 0 is definitely 0. Unit into unit, 1 into 1 is 1 only. So 0 must be written in the units. So everything we have found out. How many times each digit we have found out. Now the time has come to add them all these digits so that we can find out how many hundreds are there, how many tens are there, how many units are there. So let's start. So this is better we have the table like this, units 1 by 10 and 100, so that we can write the corresponding digits. So now we have how many 1 by 100 are there? 6 1 by 100 are there. And how many 1 by 10s are there? So 0 1 by 10s are there. How many units are there? So again only 0 units are there. So we conclude that the product is actually 0.06. I think we better to have a tabular column like this so that we can be very sure of the place value of each and every digit. I think it is now very clear to you now. So this is one method. Shall we go to the second method? Okay. So let us view this geometrically and try to have some more insight into this process. Okay. So now what is that we have to do? We have to find out the product of 0.2 into 0.3. Okay. So consider a square like this. You know what is a square? Square is a parallelogram in which two pairs of opposite sides are parallel and all the four angles are equal and each angle is equal to 90 degrees. You can consider a rectangle also. Okay. Now in this, we shall first visualize what is 0.2. How to visualize 0.2 here in the square? Oh, 0.2 is nothing but 2 by 10. 2 parts out of 10 parts, which means that you have to divide the square into 10 equal parts, and out of the 10 equal parts we need to consider 2 equal parts. Oh, that's how we can represent 0.2 geometrically like this. Okay, so let us divide this square, this one full unit square, into 10 equal parts. Okay, yes, this is fifth equal part, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and 10th. So 10 equal parts we have made. Fine. So 0.2 means, see, let us shade the first and the second strips. And this shaded portion is nothing but 2 equal parts out of 10 equal parts. Correct? Okay. Also, you can see on the right side, and this we write it as 2 by 10. Okay, 2 tens is nothing but, it is nothing but definitely 1 by 10 plus 1 by 10. Can you see 1 by 10 in the figure? So this is 1 by 10, correct? This rectangular strip, a smaller one. And this is another rectangular strip. So these two put together, if we add together, definitely this represents 2 tens geometrically. Okay, so we have understood how to represent 0.2 geometrically. Okay, nice. With this, Let us go further. So 0.2 we got. So this 0.2 is to be multiplied by 0.3. This is a very crucial step in the entire process. So please listen to me very, very carefully. So the meaning of multiplying 2 tens by 3 tens is this. That is 0.3. Yes, it is nothing but 3 out of 10 equal parts, which means the shaded part has to be divided into 10 equal parts, and out of which we have to consider 3 equal parts. Correct. Yes, you are right. The shaded area, let us divide it into 10 equal parts, and from that we have to take out 3 equal parts, and that is nothing but 3 by 10. Oh, we got a beautiful idea. Excellent, marvelous idea we have got. So, what shall we do, friends? So, we have to divide this shaded area, which is shown in green color, into 10 equal parts. How shall we draw it in 10 equal parts? So, by drawing some horizontal lines at equal distances. So, concentrate on the figure. So, 1, 2, 3. This is the third equal part, and so on. So, these are the 10 equal parts. So 0.2 is divided into 10 equal parts, and from this we have to take how many equal parts? Just 3 equal parts we need to consider. That we will show in the next slide. Okay. So now, can you count the 3 equal parts in the figure? Yes. So let us highlight that those 3 equal parts out of the 10 equal parts like this. Let us draw an outline like this in a dotted line, and you are able to see in the figure. So this is the 3 equal parts out of 10 equal parts. Correct? And inside this, there are small squares. Do you know what it represents? Yes, it represents 1 by 100 part, because the entire square is divided into 100 equal parts, and each part represents 1 by 100. So let us count how many 1 by 100 parts are there in these 3 equal parts. So this is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. 6 1 by 100 are there. Okay, so now this crisscross region has a 6 small squares, and each part represents 1 by 100, as the entire square is divided into 100 equal parts. So the crisscross region represents 6 equal parts out of 100 equal parts, and we write it as 6 by 100, or it is just 0.06. Hence we can conclude that 0.2 times 0.3 is 0.06. Hope it is very, very clear to you. Okay, so we write the answer at the top as 0.06. Okay, so now in the first row we have got 200s are there. So go to the figure, observe the figure. If you add 2 more hundreds, you will get 4 hundreds we will get, and you add 2 more this thing, we will get 6 hundredths we will have. So totally it is 6 by 100, which is nothing but 0.06. I think it is worth to compare both the methods in one single slide, so that we can have some more insight into this process. Here we go. So please compare both the methods. One is using the place value system, the other one is geometrically. So please compare and have your own inferences. Okay. So I sincerely thank you very much for viewing this video. Please give your feedbacks so that I can improve upon this. This is not an ultimate video. This is a humble beginning. I want to improve this video. So please give me your valuable suggestions for further improvement, and we should all think on these lines how it should be taken to our classrooms. With this note, I tell you namaste to all of you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Namaste.